la manière un peu old school de faire les choses où il faut gravir les échelons un par un et donc quand t'arrives en haut, t'es un peu dans ta tour d'argent, ça n'existe plus.
I'm a young fashion journalist. For 1 year, I travelled across the globe to meet some of the most incredible women of the fashion industry. Starting in Paris, then London and finally New York City, I came across women who are making fashion history. They are not only designers, they are bloggers, models, journalists, photographers, chief curators, and even a hairstylist. These women not only showed me their work, we talked about their careers, lives, and their hopes and dreams for the future. All of these women are bold, they are brilliant, passionate, talented, kind, and inspiring. This is my journey, these are their stories. Ce sont elles.
À la vôtre, champagne!
Fashion just went through a digital revolution that opened the sealed doors of the industry to the world. The arrival of the internet has given birth to a new generation that is freer, bolder, and more socially committed. From the blogger Camille Charrière to editor-in-chief Alice Pfeiffer, models and activists Clémentine Dessau and Tony Garn, and finally, fashion editor Veronica Halpernner, the new faces of the industry found their voices and their audience through the internet. I'm back in the beautiful city of Paris, where I had the chance to meet Camille Charrière. Camille started her blog Camille Over the Rainbow in 2010 while she was having a hard time working in finance. She quickly decided to follow her passion and fully commit to this new job. She is now a successful blogger, podcaster and stylist.
Je me suis dit, bon, si je postule pour un stage chez Vogue, le temps de pouvoir devenir quelqu'un dans mon industrie, j'ai 40 ans, donc j'ai pas le temps. Donc qu'est-ce que je vais faire? Je vais me démarquer autrement. Et aujourd'hui, maintenant, je me fais inviter en mon nom. Ça fait que 3 ans que je bosse dans la mode au final, vraiment. Donc je serais jamais là si j'étais passée par les chemins conventionnels. Je me suis rendu compte que j'avais pas besoin pour être dans la mode d'être une mannequin ou d'être designer, qu'il y avait en fait des métiers au milieu dont j'avais pas vraiment pris connaissance quand j'étais un peu plus jeune. Et c'est là où je me suis dit, ah en fait j'ai envie d'écrire, j'ai envie de partager et j'ai envie de critiquer et j'ai envie d'avoir une opinion. J'ai toujours été comme ça. Quand j'étais petite, je tenais un journal que je vendais à toute ma famille, etc. J'ai toujours été celle qui écrivait des histoires. Instagram est arrivé. Et en fait, Instagram, ça a tout changé. La page Instagram servait vraiment de vitrine. En fait, ça servait vraiment à montrer ce qui se passait dans le blog et d'essayer justement d'attirer les gens vers nos sites. Bon, maintenant, effectivement, ça a un petit peu changé parce qu'Instagram a tellement pris les devants que les gens s'intéressent beaucoup plus à combien tu as de followers sur Instagram que est-ce que les gens lisent ton blog. Influenceur, ce qui m'énerve, c'est que c'est pas nous qui nous sommes donné ce nom-là. Et c'est un mot très arrogant, je trouve. To influence, c'est vraiment avoir presque une autorité, enfin, pas une autorité, mais c'est vraiment... je sais pas, pour moi, je trouve que c'est pas ça que je fais. Moi, je me considère un peu comme un filtre. Sur ma plateforme, j'ai une vision et je partage ce que je fais, ce que je vois, ce que j'aime. Mais c'est de l'inspiration, en fait, plus qu'autre chose. La génération slash... un peu styliste, un peu blogueuse, un peu journaliste. Moi, maintenant, j'ai mon podcast qui est sur iTunes, qui marche très bien. Je suis super contente. Le podcast, on a beaucoup réfléchi. On s'est dit, on veut que ce soit un podcast qui ait quand même un rapport avec la mode. On veut que ce soit léger, on veut que ce soit fun, on veut que ça parle aux filles de notre génération. Mais on veut quand même que c'est de la substance. Je suis quelqu'un qui bosse dur et qui est pas là juste pour me pavaner devant un show et me faire photographier. Au contraire, j'ai vraiment envie d'avoir ma place, ma voix et de pouvoir continuer autant que je peux dans cette industrie.
Talking about fashion with substance is something Alice Pfeiffer has been doing for years. Alice is a talented journalist and the editor-in-chief of Antidote magazine. She's known for writing about fashion through a sociological prism, which provides a new view of the industry, one that is more critical and political.
Je suis franco-britannique, j'ai fait un master de Gender Studies il y a maintenant une petite dizaine d'années à la London School of Economics. Et à côté de ça, je m'intéressais beaucoup à la mode et toutes les cultures dites interdites par les milieux universitaires. Les premiers magazines pour lesquels j'ai bossé, un peu naturellement, on m'a avant tout proposé de faire, des petites marques de mode. Je pense que pour un mec, ça aurait été beaucoup trop castrateur. J'ai commencé en International New York Times, où là, en l'occurrence, je travaillais juste avec le rédac chef des hors-séries. Donc, J'ai tout fait, de l'écologie à l'éducation, à la joaillerie, à... Bon. Et après, j'ai bossé pour le Dazed and Confused, pour Interview, pour Monocle, Wallpaper, Heidi, pour l'Express Style, pour les Inrock, pour une chronique que j'ai encore maintenant. J'étais au Monde pendant 2 ans et après je suis passée rédactrice en chef de Antidote. Moi j'essaie de faire quelque chose qui connecte la plus simple des tendances à quelque chose de beaucoup plus large et sociologique. Je pense que c'est parler de choses importantes de façon abordable, c'est-à-dire ne pas enfermer le lecteur dans... S'il faut parler de politique, fais-le de façon où on apprend quelque chose mais qui ne va pas non plus aliéner complètement un lecteur qui n'est pas un lecteur de politique classique. S'il faut parler de choses sociologiques, fais-le de façon qui soit complètement démocratique. Et si tu dois parler de choses légères a priori, fais-le de façon un peu plus maligne et fouillée. Donc avoir vraiment ce double truc. Quand on parle de mode, on parle que de prêt-à-porter de luxe et de haute couture. Mais si tu traites le vêtement de façon globale, en fait, tu traites de quelque chose qui est complètement universel. Tout le monde a un rapport aux vêtements, à l'ornement, à la façon dont tu présentes ton corps, à la façon dont tu présentes ton corps à travers les âges, les classes sociales. Ça, c'est quelque chose qui est vrai partout. C'est une erreur de ne pas considérer le vêtement dans toute sa globalité et dans tout son pouvoir politique. Aujourd'hui, en tant que journaliste, tu dois avoir un produit qui est un tout petit peu réfléchi, un tout petit peu creusé, avec un angle ou un parti pris un peu plus politique, parce que expliquer aux filles comment elles vont se réparer leur point de sèche, elles n'ont pas vraiment besoin de toi pour le faire déjà. Non, je pense qu'on a trop longtemps pris les filles pour des simples consommatrices. Il y a une pensée politique chez les femmes qui est peut-être pas assez éveillée dans la presse de mode classique ou dans certaines presses de mode classique et qui n'attend qu'à ce qu'on lui raconte des choses plus fouillées.
I left Paris and went back to New York, where I'd meet 2 empowering models who are using their influence in the industry and on social media to magnify their voices in support of various causes. The All Woman Project was created to show the world that all women are beautiful by displaying true, positive and stunning, unretouched campaign images.
Goddesses, I am all je suis femme. I am.
Clémentine Dessau is a model and a body-positive activist, as well as the co-founder, along with Charlie Howard, of the All Woman Project.
I never really grew up thinking that I could ever be a model. Like, that was never like a career possibility for me. It was always like, oh, if I was skinny, maybe I would be pretty enough to be a model. But that was never a plan. And then when I started seeing those girls, I remember I was telling my mom, oh, well, she kind of looked like me, then maybe I could be a model too. Well, when I first started, it was almost no representation of plus-size women. The All Women Project came from a meeting that we had like a little over a year ago, like a year and a half ago with Charlie. And she had just arrived in New York from London, and she had just quit her own agency because they say she was not skinny enough. And she was tired of hearing this from them. So she had moved to New York, signed with my agency. So we met, and this first meeting, we right away started going on about the lack of diversity in general, like our friends that are Black, that are of color, Asians, they just don't get the same chances as we do. And it kind of went on for like 2 hours, and at the end of it, we're like, so what are we, like, as models, what can we do?
Clémentine and Charlie decided to create their own campaigns, featuring an array of women of all shapes, sizes and ethnicities, posing together for photographers, Heather Hazan and Lily Cummings. The first campaign premiered in Vogue and went viral, along with a print run of more than 500,000 copies within a week.
Younger women think that whatever is in the media is truth. The goal is to put as much diversity in the media and in social media to show them that everything is okay. That show them every single color, every single body shape, every gender, like whatever they are, they're fine because they are represented out there. It's really important because we only believe what we actually see. And if you don't see it, then you have no way to project yourself.
The founders of the All Woman Project aren't the only ones who felt the need to help others and use their power and visibility in the industry for positive change. This afternoon, I'm meeting with Toni Garn in her neighbourhood. Toni is one of the most successful models of her generation, as well as an actress and an activist. We sat down to talk about the foundation she started last year, which is raising money for advocating and advancing girls' rights.
I started making money when I was 14. So for me, being brought up I was being brought up quite well. We never had any money issues at home. It was more normal. You're a young girl, you're making money, you're very lucky. Why don't you see how you can help other people, and especially help other girls? I am who I am because I was raised in this industry. I'm in the only industry where women, almost all models, female models, make more money than the male models. So I have a certain confidence and power in me that I want to give back.
Tony has been sponsoring girls since she was 16 years old. At the age of 21, she became global ambassador for Plan International's Because I Am a Girl campaign. She believes that, given a chance, girls can change the world. And she's fighting to make education more accessible to girls who need it the most with the help of her industry.
Now my project is that I'm building hostels, which means the girls can live on the school campus. And that's really the most important thing because that really eliminates or very much lowers the chance that the girls are going to have any violence on the way to school because they're going to live on the school campus. They say every year a girl goes to school longer, she gets 10% more income for the rest of her life. So I realized my biggest connection to how to raise money is the fashion industry. And what does the fashion industry have more than anything else? It's clothes, right? That's how the flea market idea came together. I'm asking a lot of my model friends and a lot of designers and stylists and anyone to give me their old or used or vintage clothes. So the last 2 years, I did the flea market myself, which is a lot of work. I collected like a van and I went to my friends' houses and picked up the clothes and I steamed everything and I looked on eBay how much is a 10-year-old Bottega bag worth. I didn't know. So I knew I needed to find an online seller. That's how I found Vestiaire Collective.
Welcome. Hey, come on in.
I knew they're doing really, really amazing selling of vintage pieces, which is essentially what I'm doing, and they were interested in helping me. So they're doing this, and 100% of the next flea market sales are going to my projects.
Super fun dress, honored by Giselle from Versace. Why is it still here? This is amazing. I can't believe no one tried this on. It's the craziest fabric. It looks so cool. It's super sticky. And Giselle donated this. And tomorrow, everything's gonna be sold. Let's hope.
So with the flea market money, it's all gonna go to Zimbabwe. So 3 schools, I hope we can build 3. I already signed the extension for everything. So if the flea market doesn't raise the money, I have to do something else. But they're definitely gonna be built.
This beautiful city of New York is hosting a colourful and eventful fashion week. During this crazy time, I had the chance to meet up with another member of this new fashion generation. This new face started working in the industry as an intern, like so many others. After working for various magazines, she decided to start her own. Meet Veronica Halpernner, the co-founder of the online magazine Hey Woman.
Hi, hello. Nice to meet you. Let's go up in my room. I always was obsessed with fashion. I always wanted to buy what I really wanted and didn't want to discuss with my parents. So I started my first side job during school with 13. I worked in a supermarket, and then I went on and by 17, I was also modeling a little bit. And then I realized, oh, fashion industry, that's interesting. I think I want to be an editor.
Lose your mind, let it go.
After that, I got an offer at Harper's Bazaar. They just opened in Germany. That was always my dream. I moved for that to Berlin. It's a very strong name, a very strong title, so everything's very set, there's not really room for interpreting it your way or you have to follow that one road. And very quickly I realized that I wanted to do something on my own. And funnily enough, exactly the next day after I quit, I met Julia, my partner. We wanted to create a platform that is kind of a merger of magazines and blogs. We always chose to grow slowly. We didn't want to have an investor because we exactly didn't want already from the beginning have another voice. So we chose to do it all by ourselves. But I find it very exciting to be able to have a job that is fun and fulfilling and changing, and I can evolve, and I can also help other people do the same.
Move around.
On our way to the Marc Jacobs show, I had the time to ask her if social media and the street style phenomenon had an impact on her career.
I was very shy in the beginning. I went to the shows, I got photographed, I liked some of the pictures a lot, so I posted them and felt a bit weird about it. Before, without street style, you know, I was just somebody, just an editor. I don't know, it's very, in my case, very, very positive. And it also opened many doors for me and gave me many opportunities to do things. For example, starting my own business.
There's sometimes I'm involved.
These new faces have forged their own paths in the industry. They are not afraid to take risks for what they believe in and have made positive advancements inside and outside the industry through their platforms.
There's so much that's in store.